Anxiety arrives like sudden weather. The air tightens, the chest climbs, the mind races, and the moment starts to sprint away from you. Tonight, we do not fight the storm, and we do not run from it. We take the energy inside that rush, and we give it a purpose. We treat anxiety as fast power, waiting for a direction. We will slow the beat, steady the breath, and turn scattered noise into a clear line. When the heart tries to gallop, you will guide it. When the thoughts try to swarm, you will line them up. When the body tries to flee, you will let it stand. By the end of this session, anxiety will stop being a thief of focus and become a faithful engine that moves you forward on command. And with each minute, you will feel the distance grow between reflex and choice until choice stands in front and reflex quietly follows. If this shift turns one wave of fear into clear movement, subscribe to Dark Mind 999. Each chapter builds calm that holds under pressure and gives your mind a firm floor to stand on. The work you begin here continues, and the tools will be waiting whenever you need them. Chapter 1. Seeing anxiety clearly. Anxiety is not a verdict on your character and not a sentence you must serve. It is a signal that something matters and a signal that arrives fast. It enters through sensation before it enters through thought, and the body answers before the mind has words. When you treat anxiety as an enemy, you chase it in circles and teach it to grow. When you treat it as a messenger, you give it respect without obedience. You notice the rise without turning it into a story about who you are. The signal says there is weight here. You do not deny the weight. You learn to carry it with a straight back and a level head. You let the current continue to exist, and you choose the direction of the river. In seeing it clearly, you remove the mask of doom and reveal a force that can be harnessed rather than feared. Chapter 2. The shift from threat to power. The first turn happens in language. The mind whispers danger, and the body listens. Change the word, and the body will follow. The feeling that shakes your hands is energy. The heat that gathers in your face is energy. The pulse that climbs through your neck is energy. Energy is only dangerous when it is unused. Energy becomes useful when it is assigned. You will make a quiet promise to yourself now. Every spike becomes fuel. Every rush becomes a reason to slow your rhythm and choose your task. You will not ask how to stop feeling. You will ask where to place this power so it builds your next step. With that promise, panic loses authority and becomes a worker that takes orders. Chapter 3. Grounding the body. Begin with the ground because the ground never lies. Let your feet notice the surface below. Let your weight settle into your center. Let your shoulders give away the extra effort they do not need to hold. Let your hands rest where they can be still. Bring the breath lower without force and allow the exhale to last slightly longer than the inhale. Do not perform calm. Occupy it. The body shows the mind which room to enter, and the mind will follow the body that chooses steadiness. A steady body is permission to think. A steady body is permission to speak without hurry. The ground holds you while your inner weather changes above it. From this position, even a strong wave becomes movement you can surf, not water you must escape. Chapter 4. Marking the signal. When the wave begins, meet it with a simple acknowledgement. Do not stack meaning on it. Do not build a memory palace around it. Mark it the way you would mark a page in a book and move on. The mind does not need another plotline about fear. It needs a clean label that lets you hold distance. You are not your current speed. You are not the first thought that rises. You are the one who notices and the one who names. And the one who names can decide what happens next. In that naming, the noise stops shouting and becomes a message written in quiet ink. Chapter 5. Assigning the job. The energy needs purpose, so you hand it one task. You give it a single job that matches the moment and nothing more. Let it count a breath. Let it pick the next sentence. Let it choose the first clean step. Do not allow it to wander into old rooms or long roads. It will try to collect 10 problems and carry all 10 at once. Do not allow it. One task is enough. One task becomes movement. Movement becomes direction. Direction becomes relief. The wave settles because it is finally being used. With clear work to do, the mind stops pacing the hallway and starts building the door. Chapter 6. Centered breathing and timing. Silence the scramble by setting a rhythm you can keep. Draw breath with a gentle start. Hold a quiet pause that is barely there, and release the air like someone opening a door with care. Keep the shoulders low and the jaw soft. Let the eyes rest on one calm point, and allow the voice to rise only when it has shape. Timing is the frame that holds the picture. When your timing is yours, the picture stops shaking. The moment takes your pace, because your pace does not apologize for existing. Every measured breath becomes a small anchor, and a line of anchors becomes a stable shore. Chapter 7. Lining up thought. Thoughts arrive like birds taking off all at once. Do not chase any one of them. Lift your gaze above the flock and watch the pattern. Choose the single line that matters now. Begin at the front, continue to the middle, end at the end. The mind wants to jump to later to escape the feeling of now. Do not let it. Keep it here. One line spoken cleanly is stronger than 1,000 plans recited in panic. One line carried to completion becomes a foundation that can carry the next. Brick by brick, the wall rises and the wind loses its force against it. Chapter 8. Turning motion into direction. Movement without aim becomes noise. You will give your movement a compass. Choose the outcome that belongs to this moment. Describe it in a sentence that fits in a breath. Hold it where you can see it without squeezing it. Walk toward it with steps that can actually be taken. You don't need a perfect future. You don't need a heroic leap. You need a steady foot and a steady voice and a steady choice. Repeat it until the path appears beneath you like stones in shallow water. Direction gathers the scattered pieces of effort and turns them into progress. Chapter 9. Calm language and clean shape. Let your words serve the path. Use simple lines that carry weight. Sit them down with endings that rest on the ground. Remove extra decoration that tries to rush agreement. Speak as if time belongs to you, because your time is your instrument. Calm does not beg to be trusted. Calm demonstrates that it can be trusted by staying clear when the air is not. Every clean sentence lowers the noise inside you and lowers the noise around you. Every clean sentence turns fear into structure. The more you choose this shape, the more the room begins to breathe with you. Chapter 10. The inner conversation. Anxiety likes to bargain for attention. It promises safety in exchange for speed. It promises peace in exchange for self-abandonment. You will not make that trade. You answer the bargain with steadiness. You remind yourself you are allowed to choose your pace and your path even while your heart moves like a drum. You remind yourself that you can carry heat and still keep your direction. This becomes the tone of your inner voice, kind, firm, patient, and precise. The inner voice teaches the outer voice how to stand. And when both voices match, the world hears a single message. You are here, and you are not leaving yourself behind. Chapter 11. Rhythm of presence. Hold a rhythm the way a musician holds time. A little slower than fear prefers. A little stronger than doubt expects. Stay with the moment until the moment stays with you. Presence is not performance. Presence is proof that you are here, and that you will remain until the work is done. When you hold this rhythm, urgency loses its teeth and pressure loses its spin. The moment begins to reflect your steadiness, the way a lake reflects the sky once the wind settles. With each breath, the surface smooths and clarity shows its full face. Chapter 12. The discipline of one step. Do the next part that truly belongs to you. Not 3 steps, not 10. 1. If the mind reaches for a future that does not exist yet, bring it back by touching something real. A page, a breath, a word, a gesture that matters. That one step is a promise you keep to yourself, and kept promises build trust. Trust turns noise into focus. Focus makes the day feel honest, and when the day feels honest, your strength becomes quiet and reliable instead of loud and brittle. Chapter 13. The art of the day. Build a day that supports your mind. Begin with a small act that signals order. Keep small spaces where nothing is asked of you and silence is allowed to breathe. Let work gather into clean blocks and let rest arrive without guilt. Close the day with a line that tells your mind the page has ended. When a day has shape, panic has fewer doors to enter. A shaped day teaches the nervous system that beginnings and endings can be gentle. The calendar becomes a friend instead of a corridor you rush through. Chapter 14. Holding power with care. Strength without care hardens into armor, and armor becomes lonely. You will hold your new power without becoming a wall. You will allow warmth to exist at the same time as discipline. You will allow kindness to share the same room as limits. You do not need to punish yourself to prove that you are serious, and you do not need to punish others to prove that you are strong. The clean line you draw is made of respect. The calm you keep is made of dignity. Power, held this way, invites trust instead of fear. Chapter 15. The ethics of control. Control is not the goal. Clarity is the goal. Connection is the goal. Safety is the goal. When someone is in pain, you soften your pace to meet them. When a moment requires protection, you let the structure step aside and let care step forward. Real power knows when to hold and when to open. Real power knows that winning a moment means nothing if the heart goes missing. You remain human while you remain steady. You keep your compassion close to your courage. This balance is the quiet standard you live by. Chapter 16. The 7-day turning. Give yourself a quiet week where practice replaces pressure. Each day begins with a breath that sets the tone. Each day ends with a sentence that honors what was done. During the day, you notice the first signs of the wave, and you meet it with the posture you have learned. You assign the power a small task and let it work for you. You keep your words low and straight. You move one step at a time. You sleep with the sense that the ground held you, and you wake with the sense that the ground will hold you again. By the end of the week, the new rhythm feels natural, and the old rush feels distant. Chapter 17. The voice you keep. Your voice becomes the companion that does not abandon you when fear arrives. It speaks to you with the same steadiness you offer to others. It reminds you that you are allowed to take a moment. It reminds you that you do not need to earn the right to breathe. It reminds you that pace is not the same as delay, and that slowness chosen is not weakness. It reminds you that you have already survived many storms, and that this one will pass like the others if you keep your hands on the wheel. With this voice beside you, you travel lighter and stand taller. Chapter 18. Anxiety as engine. You can feel the change now. The first tremor that used to knock you off balance now becomes a signal to straighten. The early heat that used to scatter your focus now becomes a signal to gather. The climb of the heart that used to make you flee now becomes a drum that you can march to. The same energy that tried to break you now pushes you forward. The same weather that tried to drown you now fills your sails. You did not erase anxiety. You transformed it. It did not vanish. It began to work. In this new form, it carries you instead of carrying you away. Chapter 19. Quiet mastery. Mastery is not fireworks. Mastery is the quiet ability to repeat graceful steps when nobody is watching. It is the habit of choosing shape over noise and choosing direction over display. You do not need to announce this mastery. People will feel it in the room. They will feel it in the way your sentences land. They will feel it in the way you pause and the way you resume. They will feel it in the way decisions become easier when you speak. You become a calm center that others can orbit without fear. This is not a moment you win. It is a way you live. Chapter 20. Closing integration. Let the parts come together now. The body knows how to stand. The breath knows how to move. The mind knows how to label without judgment. The energy knows how to accept a task instead of hunting for escape. The voice knows how to carry weight without force. The day knows how to hold you from beginning to end. Anxiety has not been banished. It has been invited to serve. It brings its speed and you give it purpose. It brings its heat and you give it shape. The moment rises and you rise with it. Not as prey, not as prisoner, but as the one who chooses what this power will build next. And as you step forward, that choice becomes your quiet signature in every room you enter. If this gave you even one steady breath when you needed it, you just took your power back. Subscribe to Darkmind 999 for more calm tactics that hold under pressure. Next episode, rewrite your identity in 7 days. We'll give your nerves a job so they help you, not hurt you. I'll see you there.